It's my pleasure to welcome you all for today's session on product design and development, organized by Institution's Innovation Council of STES Sihagat College of Pharmacy. We are honored to have Mr. B. Girirajan sir here today to share their knowledge and experiences with us. With that, I invite our principal, Dr. Rajesh Patil sir, our IIC convener, Dr. Sadhna Raut ma'am, activity coordinator, Dr. Praveen Badhi sir, teaching staff and my fellow friends. To begin with, I invite Dr. Praveen Badhi sir to give the preamble about the session. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, all. Thanks, Rucha. Good morning, all. Thanks for joining for today's session on product design and development. And thanks our speaker, Mr. B. Girirajan sir, for accepting our invitation. So when we look product designing and development from the pharmacy point of view, um, there are different areas which are involved in this product design and development, such as formulation development, drug delivery system, and packaging designing. Then usability and also the human factor engineering is also involved. Then regulatory compliance is another area, and continuous improvement with innovation are some of the areas which product designing and development field, when we talk about pharmacy, are involved. It is a multidisciplinary area from the pharmacy point of view. With us today's our speaker, Mr. B. Girirajan, who as a innovation ambassador has delivered many talks on product designing and development. And I welcome you, sir, for today's session, and would like to understand your views about product designing and development, which will be helpful for our students and for our faculty. Over to you, Rucha.
Thank you, sir. I now invite our principal, Dr. Rajesh Patil sir, to give the opening remark and welcome address.
No, I don't think sir is there. I don't think. Rucha.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Can I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay. Now I request Ms. Pranali ma'am to introduce our guest speaker to us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rucha. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
audible,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Good morning to all. I, Pranali Bangaria, Assistant Professor at Srihangar College of Pharmacy, Badgaon, Pune, welcome you all for this event. I am profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. B. Girirajan. He is the Assistant Dean, International Affairs Director, Collaboratory for Social Innovation at SI University, Warangal, Telangana. He is a versatile academician indulged with a technical expertise in the field of electronics and communication engineering, can engage in highly motivating and challenging environment, who has required certification in design thinking and innovation. He started his career with Sri Manapula Vinayagar Engineering College, Puducherry, India in 2004 to March 2015. Currently, he is working at SI University, Warangal, India from October 2015 to till date. He is working as an Assistant Dean, International Affairs, Director, Collaboratory for Social Innovation, in charge Industry Institution Collaboration, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. With this brief introduction, now I would like to request our guest speaker to start today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Um, Respected organizer, Dr. Praveen Bade, Principal of Singad College of Pharmacy, Dr. Rajesh B. Patil, and Dr. Sadhana Raut, volunteers, student volunteers, and participants. Good morning to all. So now I'm sharing the screen. Sir, is it visible for you?
No, no, sir, it's not visible. So is there any issue, sir, with the sharing?
I'm getting the sharing option, but it is not shared there. I'm getting Windows share and I'm sharing it. Probably
So maybe instead of window, if you share the screen,
yeah,
that may
probably
be the option. Yeah, so now we can see the screen.
I'm sharing the first slide. Is it visible for you?
Yeah, just if you go in the
Yes,
presentation
sir.
mode.
Yeah, it's okay now.
Yeah, in the presentation mode. Yeah,
It's
now
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah. Good morning to all. Warm welcome for you all for this session, product design and development. I'm B.GIRIRAJAN, Assistant Dean International Affairs, SR University. Formerly, it was SR Engineering College. So I'd like to share some of the implementation possibilities, some challenges that our students are facing, as well as the input from many institutions that the students are facing some challenges during the product development, problem identification, and other aspects in the product design. And also, I'm concluding the session with the uh, product design towards pharmaceutical students. In this regard, I will start the presentation with some examples of the company service and some founders. These are some of the popular companies and what service they do and their founders details. uh, so every company has its own objective for its service, and it starts with some fundamental works of minimum viable product uh, to solve some problems of the society community or to assist the humanity in one or many ways. So in that they start, and they go with the business also, and also they service. So you can see Amazon, which serve for cloud computing and e-commerce, Apple for consumer electronics and software services, Flipkart for started with the book sale and now it has a multidisciplinary now. Zappos started with the shoes and now it comes with many products. Paytm, Swiggy, these are all some of the companies that is well known and popularly used. So may I confirm that I'm having the slide of minimum viable product here. The slide is visible, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. Yeah, the product design starts from your problem identification and what you are going to do. And when we go with a startup or any commercialization, you should have the proof of the concept. which is called as a minimum viable product. It is a version of the product with just enough features to be usable by the early customers. They can share their thoughts, they can give the feedback. With that, you can modify it, and you can improve the product. So that minimum viable product is mandatory now for getting into the startup, attracting the venture capitalist funding agencies, and for any events that you are participating. Without a minimum viable product, it will not be a full-fledged way that you are delivering your idea. So the session will be maximum with the minimum viable product in general, and finally we will get into the pharmaceutical students version of how we can get into the minimum viable product for this area. What is innovation? Creativity, innovation, all this has some features here. There are many definitions for creativity and innovation. So when you have new ideas, new technology that you are going to implement, new ways of using the existing technology to solve some problems, uh, it is not limited to one part, or it can be told as unique to design, innovation to design, design thinking to create new solution that address user need. Design led innovation is a journey from identifying a need to a final solution that will reach a large number of delighted users. So these comes under some of the points related to innovation. So let us think about the design of the nature. It is nature is homogeneous. uh, it is having different densities composition at different places. You can see in the picture that there are many examples of the design, starting from the small animals, birds, large animals, and immovable living things like trees. And inside the living things, there are many parts, like a bone, stem, branches, leaves. So everything has different design, and it has its own unique features. So in the picture, you can see that very good design. I did not explain more about the bones because you are paramedical or pharmaceutical students, and so we can have design thought here, and we can be always surprised with this design of the Almighty or the nature, how it is done. And we cannot fulfill this level even now with new technologies of AI and ML or other latest technologies. So this is always we have to be appreciating it and be keeping on surprised with this design. You can see the stems of different trees of same item here in the second picture, and we can see the birds with different structure, and according to the air wind, it's when it is flying, how it is designed to adjust itself to the wind. And you can see the large animals like elephant. So all this design has some unique character, that it starts from the small size to the large size. It grows, and there is no additive manufacturing concept involved in this. So we are not assembling the parts and making it to become a structure. The nature is not doing that. It starts from the small size and it grows. So in that way, it is designed. So when we get into the industries, engineering and other concepts, we go with the additive manufacturing. So why I'm telling this means, when you are coming into the multidisciplinary approach, this is a very big concept, but we should know something about that with the engineering aspect. So I'm telling some brief note on the additive manufacturing. The additive manufacturing and subtractive manufacturing is required for shaping it in a proper way to make the product. So there will be the material. You can see in the first picture, there will be the material, and with additive manufacturing, we make some shapes, make with a proper quality, and it has some waste, and the objects will be there. So after that, you get some object which is usable. So this is the additive manufacturing or subtractive manufacturing used in the industries. So when you are getting into the product design, the slide shows that you are in a core team. uh, you are you are in this middle point or the center of the circle, the core team. to get your product design, what are the points you have to consider, you have to mind map when you are getting into the product design. So you are a core team and you need a support. Without the support of others, the product design is very tough for you. So or else you have to be dedicated core team members who have all the skills to complete the product design. Else we need to go for a support. So the core team is your team members who are all like-minded and getting focused into the single point of product design and completing it on time. So next is your supporting team. The supporting team at the college level or the institution level, when we talk, or the laboratory facilities provided to you, the lab in charges and experts in your institution. So you can select the supporting team as well-known faculty members or staff members in the lab for completing the product design. Next, the external team. So we have some facilities in the laboratory, but still when you get into the product design, to complete the minimum viable product or a pilot product design or mass production, we need an external team, without which we cannot complete this industrial standard product. So we need an external team. Those external teams may be the partners of the institution, industrial partners of the institution, or research centers. So those external team can be supporting you. So we can think about this structure when you're getting into the product design, and how could be the team supported by the others. So the minimum facilities required for completing the product design can be starting from the ideation zone, where you can sit together and you can see in the bottom corner, right corner, there should be some ideation zone where there could be the round table and chairs. We can make with the ideation zone, and you can discuss anything with the product design, based on the product design anytime. That could be near to the canteen or some cafeteria, where you can refresh, come back, and discuss with your own time and freedom. So that could be the ideation zone, which is shown in the last bottom and right corner. And then we go with some computer labs for having some brainstorming and mind mapping again. And then we can have some models, storytelling, hand drawings, CAD designs, and some low fidelity model we can tell. So to get the idea of how your idea is going to be implemented. So starting from the ideation, then some paper drawings and models, low fidelity model, your idea will be having some uh, it is having some um, deliverable models you can take. Then when your low fidelity prototype, like a paper models you have, and you can also interact with your community partner or your user, how it could be modified or improved in their aspect, you can ask them. So after that you can go with the 3D printing. Some workshops can support you for completing the a model at a better level. Then you can have the complete minimum viable product. So these are the stages that we can have for completing the minimum viable product. So what are the concepts used in the design thinking? It is embraced by the corporate technologies and the social entrepreneurs, basically. So in that, the first stage is the problem identification in the design thinking. If you take any kind of model, any kind of design thinking model, there are many design thinking models that you are following to go with the design. You select one model for any one model for your product design, and you follow the design thinking model, so that you can have professional design thinking and product development. So what are the various design thinking model means? We'll be discussing in the next slide. However, in all the design thinking models, the design thinking models, what I'm telling is not the product model. Design thinking model itself design thinking itself has some methods to start with and complete the product. So that is what we call it as a design thinking models. So in any models there will be the problem identification. So when you see the picture, I hope this is a general problem identified, not related to the pharmaceutical students. However, the concept will be understood by you because you are in a multidisciplinary approach now, and you can connect anywhere about your concepts or your course and syllabus for this problem that you see here. So in the left side, there is a person. He's a postman basically. He is serving in the hill station in Odakman, Uti. We call Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu. And in the middle and right side, you can see the police cops standing for a long time in any procession or public meeting or gathering. And there is no seat for him, or there is no facility for those people, or they lag with some facilities, and that causes them to poor performance in their duties, or they have some pain points in that. So these are some of the pictures that we come across, and when we have this pictures, we can identify some problems. Likewise, in your life, you would have come across many places where you can see some problems in and around the society. So there are some concepts of design thinking models. I told design thinking models are many steps are followed. Each and every educational institutions follow their own design thinking models. Some of the accepted design thinking models I could share here. You can apply it for your own product design. The product design can be software based, or it can be hardware based, or it can be the combination of hardware and software based on the problems. So there could be concerns of the innovation. One is the cost, context, comprehension, the check, the conception, the crafting, the connection. So these 7C, if you're fulfilling during the product design, it becomes a good product. But it should be understood by the designers. Each and every stage should be understood by the designers, so that we can make a flawless product design. And still, if there is any challenges faced by the user at the end of this, by you when it is used, we can come back to designing and redesigning it. So that is, you can interchange the stages whenever it is required, as per the feedback given by the user. So first C is the cause. You're searching for the problems, and you're searching for the problems. I mean, you are just going for a survey, or identifying some problems and finding out why we are going to design this, what we are going to design, and for whom we are going to design, and how we are going to design. Those will be started from the cause only. So next is, when we focus on some point of the product design, we have some context, making it very focused on. And so we can select one particular community or particular society, or where you are going to uh, serve and by the product design. Next, C is the comprehension. So to focus the community partner or a particular person, how can we facilitate with the product design? So we have to brainstorm and mind map. So that comes under the comprehension, with various sub divisions, arrange it in a proper way, and you can have it. So next is, the comprehension consists of all the details arranged in a documentation part. And the fourth one is the check. So the comprehension is the collection of the materials or the documents related to the particular community that you have selected, or particular person whom you are going to provide solution. So focused on that, rearrange this comprehension in a proper way, and rearrange it in steps that you are going to implement it. And all the comprehension, the content of the comprehension is uh, arranged properly for implementation level. So all this first four stages is only is only about the problem identification and some literature survey kind of thing when you go with the journals, or it's a preliminary works, I could tell. So first four stages are very important for making the proper problem identification and getting into the area where you are going to work. So the fifth stage is the stage where you are getting into the conception. You might have done with many design thinking. This is not mandatory that you have to follow this or other models that I'm going to explain. You select any one of the model. It is up to your wish that how it is suitable for your product design. So the conception is all about uh, drawing the diagrams or designing it in the software about the problems and and the solutions for that. So you have four solutions or five solutions for the same problem. You can have it. So it can be a motorized. The solution can be motorized. A second solution can be a manual operation. Third solution can be a semi-automated. Fourth idea can be fully automated, and fifth can be completely AI based technology, and there could be some easy user friendly of the product design. So in this way, all the designs have its own feature and all the designs has some drawbacks, maybe having some drawbacks. So the conception is building the solution or developing the solution for the problem that you have identified and making it four or five solutions for comparison. After comparison, we can select one solution out of four or five that you have designed, developed, and you have generated, and we take one from that. So after selecting one, we can get into the crafting. So the crafting is started from the low fidelity model, usable model, and it could be a minimum viable product. So in that way we can arrange it, and we can design it and get the feedback from the user one in one stage or every stages of the designing. So the user can be giving some feedback and rearrange it, and then you have the connection. So this is tested with one user, means you can connect with multiple users of various ranges of your domain, the domain that you have selected. So that becomes the connection, and the next stage becomes commercialization or marketing. So like that, the 7C concepts goes here, and it is whenever it is required, you can come back. You can the stages can be changed between 5 to 7 anywhere, and you can rearrange these things for improving the product. So that is one method here for following the design thinking. Then second one is design thinking of Stanford University iterative model. All the seven concepts, 7Cs, is made into five stages here. So those are empathize. Empathize is related to problem identification by interview, shadowing, seeking to understand, and non-judgmental, and then define it. You make it a proper documentation with personas. Personas means a summary of the person whom you are going to for whom you are going to design the model. That is persona. And role objectives, define the team members and roles, decisions, challenges, pain points. You summarize all those in the defined stage. Third stage is related to ideate is related to conception in the previous stage. So ideate is sharing the ideas, solutions for the problem identified. It's a diverge and converge. Sometimes we need to extend it, and sometimes you need to converge it. So that becomes diverge and converge. It is all about the prioritizing the solutions and about the solutions that you are designing. So next is a prototype. It is a crafting equivalent to crafting in the previous stage. You can have mocks, storyboards, keep it simple as explainable, and iterate it very fastly. So rearrange it, iterate it, redo it. So those comes under prototype with the user testing after user feedback. So last stage is testing. When everything is fine, you can go with the testing, and you can get into the next stage of marketing. This is another design thinking model followed in the Purdue University, USA. So this design thinking model is what we are following in our institution, and also the students are trained with this model of every stages. Uh, Also, it is left to the students that they can select any of the models of all the design thinking models. So here we fulfill the community services. So we have taken this. It is not limited to this model. In this design thinking model given by the Purdue University also has a problem identification as a first stage, and they have different terms like specification development. It is about materials, design specific target, what you are going to do, uh, that is explained in the specification development. Then comes as a conceptual design, as previous stages, ideate and concept generation. This is also same conceptual design, where multiple solutions will be there for a single problem. And there will be the detailed design as shown in the image. Next to conceptual design comes with a detailed design. The conceptual design has multiple solution. From that we go with one solution by some methods of selecting the models, and that should be a standard method to select the models. It is not randomly selected by discussing, or one student is familiar with that, he is dominating and his design should be selected, not like that. Anybody who is having a design, that should be put into some methods and analyze it and select the best one. So it is between the teams understanding that they have to accept it, whether their concept is good or it is usable, and for team success they have to work together for selection of the best one. It is not that one student has best design, second student has another poor design, like that. All the designs are providing the solutions, among which for the team success we need to get the better one or combinations of the solutions that you have provided. So in that way, one method is applied for selecting the solution among the multiple solution. After selecting one solution, for that we go with a detailed design. If the detailed design is successfully done, we can go with the user testing and come back for redesigning. If it is not if it is not mandatory for redesigning it and the product is good, you directly go with the delivery, or technology transfer or marketing or getting into startup, anything you can go. So with that we can stop, or if you want to continue, we can put your juniors for service maintenance, or you can appoint one. If you are a startup company, you can appoint a team for service and maintenance, and you can go with the redesign thereafter. So why again after service and maintenance stage we have a redesign means, every year the technology is improving, and the size becomes reduced, and miniaturization is done, it becomes handy. So we should think about the updation of the product. So even after the delivery and service maintenance period, we can go with a redesign for updations of the technology. So these are all some of the design thinking models. So you can think about the community and society, where it can be a engineering solution, or it can be a solution by the medical field, doctors, or the pharmaceutical or physiotherapist, whatever the domain you are. It is not stick into one particular students set of students like engineering or arts or medical students. So the community and society is common to all the students. So think about community and society, you will come up with real problems faced by them, and you can provide solution for them. That could be a school children, farmers, construction people, physically challenged people, handcraft people, old age people. So these community and society, if you're covering, analyzing their day-to-day life and lifestyle, then you will have some idea to provide solution for them. And also when you're coming into the national level challenges, a country facing some particular problems, you can think into that and provide solution for that. Particularly when we have had a COVID, how the pharmaceutical section was really working for solution for that. um, Creating the databases, number of persons vaccinated, or um, you can have some dashboard for maintaining in particular village, and So those are all coming as a statistical point of pharmaceutical students, as well as coming with the technology usage in there, building up some UI and UX and VX design, AR and VR technology, AI technology, IoT. Many technologies are there for some situations where this kind of incidents are happening. So there are many problems related to the pharmaceutical, where the pharmaceutical students can provide solutions. So when we start I have told about the design thinking stages. We'll go one by one. Some brief note I will tell, not much time, because I have given with duration of 12 11:15 to 12 p.m. As far as possible, I will complete the stages and go with the problems related to the pharmaceutical students in the final slides. So you have the project or a problem identification by the survey. Survey means we have three stages: ethnographic survey, demographic survey, and the geographical survey. So in the ethnographic survey, you can collect, infer, and report. You can visit the places and make it a document. So you can arrange, the students can arrange as a team members to visit the nearby villages, or a group of people like vegetable vendors, market people, farmers, or municipal corporation people. You can meet some people gathering and interact with them. They will provide the pain point. They will share their pain points so that you can get some idea over there. So some team can initiate this process and get the problems identified. So when we visited the villages and asked about their problem, they were sharing wholeheartedly their problems. In the village where the students visited are having many communities like farmers and working women, laborers are there, nearby industries they are working. So they shared really, they are expecting the people who can provide solution for them. Sometimes we feel very emotional feeling there. They have multiple problems where nobody has solved. So think about those things, and we can really provide the solution as educationalists and the students. Young minds are there in the country. India is the largest youngsters in the world, with a good population, and education wise also we are improving now. So it's in your hand that you are developing your country by your education. So after visiting, we can go with a selection of the community, and for that community we can have individual discussion, so that you can provide some solution. So here we have a demographic, geographic, and ethnographic data. Demographic data includes with the age, gender, occupation, and interest. Geographical data includes their workspace, events, sequence, and work scenes of the people that you are meeting. Ethnographic data is about the social behavior, how they have influence with the public and government and society. If you take the farmer, how the farmers are treated. If you take the municipal corporation people, how they are treated among the public. So their social behavior, culture, tools, and used for the events. So all these details comes with the ethnographic data. So interview with multiple people using pre-planned questionnaire and record the content. Here after a report we can have multiple points here. This is the sample of the farmers. That seed is critical. Farmers need more effect with while working. They have only traditional tools, not having facilitated with the latest tools. Labor problem is there. Pesticide spraying injures their health. They are having less machinery, and they have to pay more for the labors. Like that, they have some. When we summarize this, we get many problems. You can have select one community and focus on one person who is expert in that field, and you can create some persona like this about person education, his social media, and how what is his characteristics. He is determined, open-minded, humorous, honest, passionate on what are the facilities he's having. He is owning a costliest mobile or car. You can analyze about this in one page or two pages about the community partner, so that you have enough information for the people, for the person whom you are designing. So you can see as a visualization here of one person in two pages. These two pages consist of entire data about the person here. So after getting into focused of one community partner and one user, you develop some need statement and problem statement, or sometimes it is a combination of problem statement where you have a description of what is the problem and what they require. That depends upon uh, the the institution that they are following. We follow the need statement and problem statement separately. Farmers need this, and we are providing some solution like that. We divide it. And how for designing we need a solution. That solution should not be repeated, so we need prior art search. We go with the prior art search with the Google patent, e-com website, reputed journals, and the products available in the market. If this is available in the market, or all any of these points, you have to check that and go with the you have to go with the innovation in that. So repetition is not a mistake. Repetition is not a problem. Repetition can be done, but you have to innovate it. So innovation is required when you have the existing solution. If there is no existing solution for the problem, then you are a good inventor. That is one method, and modifying the existing solution is another method. Both are good for facilitating the society. So the prior art search consists of a patent, as I told, the patent, e-com website, reputed journals availability in market. So you tabulate it to what is the important points that existing solution provides, how we can improve, what is the drawback of that, and how we can improve it. So if you are tabulating it, you will get some idea for innovation. And similarly, that same table can be used for e-com website, YouTube links, and other existing platforms. For all these things, you have some mind mapping tools in your Android mobile. Nowadays, students are using Android mobiles or smartphones with Apple phones or something else, laptops, and advanced gadgets they have. So all those gadgets can be used for mind mapping. Some links are given here for mind mapping. So when you place the data, it will automatically arrange it in a proper way, and the readability is good, and data visualization will be good when we use this kind of mind mapping tools. Even in mobiles it is available. So the concept generation can be the diagram with proper dimension. Each and every parts or sections should be having the dimension, and the document supporting with the materials should be there for concept generation. So here it is one of the tool for farming. There we see some in the bottom we can see some wheel kind of thing. So that dimension is also mentioned here. The handles and the frames are there. Spring is also there. Even for the spring the dimension is mentioned. So in this way, if you are having a detailed diagrams in the concept generation, then it is easy for you to design it. Other methods are simply you can draw with the pencil. Starting from the pencil draw, you can go with the CAD and chart papers, mock-up models, and low fidelity prototypes. So this comes under concept generation. See here, there is one. This is a maize drying machine where it is moved and heated. So this becomes one model for demonstrating. This is one electronics based design for having a drawing. Another low fidelity model which explains the parts used in the product, but it is not a working one. It explains how we can design it. The top one is simply a chart paper, cardboard sheet, and the bottom one is real-time hardwares used here. And it could be arranged in a proper way. For explaining, it is dismantled and shown here. So it is a writing tool for the special children. So we have number of boards here for moving the stylus and writing thing. These are some of the examples of the models. Before getting into a real product, we have some models like this. Right side is a paper model, left side is a low fidelity model. It is a um weighing machine, or it is used for some ration shops. Automatically, when the grains are weighed, it should be packing. So that model is available here. You can go with the mobile app and website also. Before that, you should have a concept generation like this. So what we are having, how the user is interface. For user interfacing, what are the content we require, like login details and other things. We can have some first page. Then when they go with the second page, they have this many details. So this is a app or mobile app or website for tourist guidance. The students have developed this with the uh, UI UX design that is connected to web portal also. I told that when you are designing the concept generation, you should go allow some method for selecting the best method. So we have a decision matrix here with some parameters left side and idea 1, idea 2 to idea 5. You have to give the marks. If the idea is same to the standard method, then it is 0. If it is better than the standard method, then it becomes +1. If it is lower than the standard method, it becomes -1. Finally, which idea is having maximum score, that will be selected. But you have to select the parameters appropriately for decision making, and also keep the standard method or standard solution uh, that is having more advanced or highest solution provided for the selected problem. Then we go with one idea, and you go with a deep design, detailed design of that. So for that, uh, think about more about the shapes, dimensions, materials used, because it should be a low cost, lightweight, portable. All the features should be there. So go with a detailed analysis before purchasing the components. Purchasing the components is very important. For purchasing the component, you need a detailed design and design architecture. Even the detailed design can be analyzed with a failure mode analysis. So there is a concept called failure mode analysis. Here, one example is given as defogging the windows, which is a very big problem in the Western countries during the winter season. Almost most of the season they have fog there, and their houses are protected with the houses are uh, covered with a small fog. So the defogging windows machine is there for them. For every time there will be some failures in one or many aspects. So that failure mode analysis is made and it's given as an example. Similarly, you can go with the failure mode analysis even having a proper concept design. Think about the failure points where it could be possible failures can be occurring. You think about that. Then there is a score called SEV, OCC, and deduction. And finally you have RPN. So RPN is the final number that which is having maximum, that will be selected for focusing on more severity, occurrence, and detection, and risk priority number will be there. So RPN is the risk priority number that should be focused majorly. So like that, you can have some failure mode analysis before getting into implementation, purchasing of the components. This can be done. Even after the product design completed, this failure mode analysis can be done for the improvement. So timeline is very important. Don't drag with too long period. Don't drag. So it could be it will not be successful, and meanwhile anybody can provide the solution. So there are many startup companies or many ideations getting failure because during their duration of the design, already the product will be designed and popular in the market. So make the time duration not too fast and too slow, but follow the timeline every time. Check yourself. So these are some of the designs, detailed design here I can explain. Show here village. For the village we have some booth kind of thing. This is an organic fertilizer mixing machine. This is a plowing machine, nutrition application machine, and weed removal machine, multi-purpose agri machine. This is done by the computer science students. So it is a mechanical device, but it is done by the computer science student. So once we are coming with a multidisciplinary approach, we should not we should use our technology of what you are studying, and we also have some necessity to learn some new technology to completing the product design. So you can have some business model canvas or financial strategy for your product. After using your product, what will be the profit for the user? Like that, you can have some chart and visualization for them to explain about your product. So if you are interested, the mentors can go with some assignments. You take some practices with by designing a simple thing like designing a wallet, smart water bottle, backpack. Like that, you can start with small things without any cost. You can make this. Even the paper model can be done for this assignment, so that you get some design thinking concept here. So you assume that you are a manufacturer of wallet. Your friend is the user, and you are a manufacturer, means you draw the wallet that you are having and you show it to your friend. Now your friend will be the consumer, and he will give some input that I want wallet of GPRS tracking, or I need some tracking system, I need some coins pouch in the wallet, I need ATM card to be, or debit card to be placed here, or I don't want the ATM card or debit card section here, because now we have a virtual cards. So like that we can have, or you can go with a lowest product related to your pharmaceutical applications. Interview user will be the attendee, and manufacturer will be the interviewer. You can ask some questions and get the input from the user, that is your friend, and fulfill this uh, his satisfaction. And so that you need to fill these details, and finally you come to the point that he needs a wallet or a smart water bottle or a backpack at his own vision. He needs a product like this, and started sketching it, and you can have some selection there. So the objective of the design thinking by Ministry of Education, IAC, all are to fulfill the global goals for sustainable development of these 17 goals. So that is what we are promoting. So we have many schemes for funding like Unat Bharat Abhiyan. Many schemes are there, and they provide funding for this. We are taking into one of the project called Anytime Water Kiosk. One example is that water treatment and proper usage. The Anytime Water Kiosk is provided by uh, some of the agencies in the Varangal, NGOs called Bala Vikasa. They provide water for the village people, but it is not having the problem with the supervisor and monitoring of the water available in the tank. So the students taken this project and connected all the anytime water kiosk plant to central node of monitoring in the office corporate of Balavigasa. And now that is under processing for automation of all this um, anytime water kiosk and monitorized. You have coming to the point of pharmaceutical students, you can go with many solutions here. Like you have the forest department is facing the problem with wild animals nearby the villages in the forest area. Every time it attacks the village people, babies, and uh, uh, people of the need, old age people, it attacks. So those animals attack. So there is a temporary pharmaceutical kit should be available, or anytime medicine dispensary should be there in that area. So we need pharmaceutical students for supporting this problem. And we can have special children. One of our organization or the partners are dealing with special children, where there are 43 students are studying, special children are studying. They are not able to take the pen and write. They get angry, they are in their own way, and they don't concentrate on studies. So we need a solution for this. The physiotherapists and the pharmaceutical students can combine, make a team, and provide solutions for them. Here you can see some geriatric devices for the special children, and also you can provide some medication for them, facilitate them, so that they live the normal life like others live. Here are some of the devices for them. You can provide these kind of devices. or support the physiotherapist for providing solutions. You can also think about how the pharmacy can be supporting this kind of students. There are many problems that is not having any solutions till now or at the global level. Here you have the injury diagnosing device. These are all some of the medical terms that shared here. I hope all the students and the faculty members are familiar with these terms better than me. So you can think into this kind of product that you can design. I'm openly sharing this because if the society is developing, that is my happiness. Even though it is a very sensitive to share here, I'm sharing it because if the solution is provided, that is really good. Anybody can provide solution. I am openly sharing this kind of problems where there is no solution. So is there any question, or you can continue with the question? I could answer for the questions if you have.
Any questions, students, faculty? We are open for the questions. If you have any question, I think there are no questions from students or faculty. So Rucha, you can continue.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Lastly, I invite Ms. Kajal Dhaikure to present the vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
you are audible, Kajal.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you're audible.
I feel honored to propose the vote of thanks on the behalf of Siagat Technical Education Society, Siagat College of Pharmacy for today's session. My heart fills with a lot of respect for our guest speaker, B.GIRIRAJAN sir, for not only sparing their invaluable time for us to grace this session, but also enlightening us with their commendable talk on the subject. Thank you, sir, for your guidance. We are thankful to our Honorable Founder President of STS, M.N. Navle sir, Founder Secretary, Mrs. Sunanda Navle ma'am, Vice President, Mrs. Rachna Navle Astegar ma'am, and Vice President, Mr. Rohit Navle sir, for providing all the facilities to organize this session. I am running short at word to express my humble thanks to our principal, Dr. Rajesh Patil, for their support and motivation and leading us on the path of success. I would like to thank Activity Coordinator Dr. Praveen Badesar for conducting this session successfully. Thank you all the teachers and non-teaching staff of SCOP for their support. Last but not least, I'm thankful to all the audience for their active participation and cooperation during this session. Thank you one and all. Now I request to turn on the camera for the group photo. Thank you one and all.
So request all the participant, current students, please turn on the cameras.